In this video, I'll be visiting Ukraine while the war is still going on. My goal is to show you what life is like for the people of Ukraine in these excruciating times of war. I'll be starting from the city of Krakow in Poland and drive east to the westernmost city of Ukraine called Lviv.
Мною принято решение о проведении специальной военной операции.
On February 24th, 2022, Russian President Vladimir Putin ordered a special military operation in Ukraine. This was no ordinary military operation. It was an invasion, met with fierce resistance from the Ukrainian people.
Убегать, оставлять мужа, родителей в целях своей безопасности и все.
Транспорт.
У вас уже спокойно. У нас мы спали в подвале и как-то слабо, что у вас тихо.
Russian troops entered Ukraine from all sides. Tanks rolled through cities, bombs rained down the sky, and civilians were caught in the crossfire. The streets were filled with screams of wounded and the dying. The invasion has caused a humanitarian crisis in Ukraine. The United Nations estimates that the death toll was in the thousands, with over 10 million people who fled their homes in Ukraine since the start of the war. No one knows when or if they will ever return home. The invasion of Ukraine is the largest military conflict in Europe since World War II. Putin has shown no signs of backing down and has threatened to use nuclear weapons if anyone interferes with his plans.
Должны знать, что ответ России будет незамедлительным и приведет вас к таким последствиям, с которыми вы в своей истории еще никогда не сталкивались.
The outcome of this war is still uncertain, but one thing's for sure: the world will never be the same. And I will be visiting this country, but strictly speaking, you should not. This video is for informational purposes so that I can show you what life is like for the people of Ukraine during this excruciating times of war. Let's get started. Thank you. Bye-bye. Let's go to Ukraine. So that's Rahul. He's going to be going with me, and he lives in Germany right now, but obviously Indian origin. And then we're going to have Mark, who's going to be taking us. So it's going to be 3 of us and going to Lviv. So how are you feeling, man?
Feeling very exciting.
Oh yeah? Are you scared?
No, not really.
I am a little bit scared, but not too scared. But you know, even when you have the fear and you act, that's what real courage is. So, and we're going there for a good cause. Now at 8 o'clock, Mark's gonna be waiting right across from the street because this is a restricted area. Otherwise he would have just come here. So the cars are not allowed here. This is an important monument here. I came here when I did my sightseeing bike tour, which was a lot of fun.
Ah, you guys.
Hey, hey, hey! Good morning!
Hi, nice to see you.
How are you?
All right. I'm just wondering, because my passport expired. What? But I don't think they need to need a passport to enter Ukraine, you know.
Okay.
Because it's our neighbor.
Yeah.
So I think my ID should be enough.
I think so too.
Yeah, because you know it expired back in January. 10 years. They give you for 10 years. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go, guys.
Right on, let's do it. All right, people, we are rolling and we are headed to Lviv, Ukraine. I was in Poland at the time and convinced a Polish driver to take me to Ukraine. It was very challenging to even cross the border. So we have reached the border and we are waiting here in the car, and we're gonna see what happens. Hi, how are you? I'm Arvind. Nice to meet you. Waiting in the long line at the border, I spoke with this Ukrainian who had to flee the country when the attack happened. His eyes were filled with sadness and despair as he told me his story. Imagine leaving behind everything you had ever known and loved in your lifetime. Your job, your friends, your family, your home, and your partner. He left all that behind and didn't know where he was going or what the future held. He was just trying to survive. I thought we would leave on Friday at 8 a.m. in his small and unique car, reach the Ukrainian border after a 3-hour ride from Krakow, then be in Lviv after driving for another couple of hours in Ukraine. We would spend the night at a hostel and then head back the next day to arrive back in Krakow on Saturday afternoon. Simple, right? What can go wrong? Well, everything. As we reached the border, this officer asked us to present our documents.
Greg is angry with me, so probably won't send me tomorrow and Sunday. Well, but I will not make some money.
Well, we'll figure something out.
We'll figure something out, don't worry.
Yeah, money is gonna be least of our problems.
Yeah, of course. Don't worry, we will manage.
Yes.
Now the important thing is for you to go to Ukraine. That's because you came here, we drove, time, petrol, you need to go.
Right, absolutely.
I'm gonna check this white car for you.
Okay, thank you. We thought they would let Mark in without a visa. Well, we thought wrong. But Mark generously offered us to take his car instead while he would stay behind.
They won't take you for free, but with money they take you. I think 200 zloty is more than enough, they definitely take you. So don't worry. Okay. Good luck, man. Good luck. Go.
Unfortunately, luck wasn't on our side that day. Our road trip to Ukraine hit a roadblock before it even began.
Dobra. Pan jedzie po paszport i normalnie...
Znaczy nie ma. Muszę starać się paszport. 2 tygodnie trwa. Nie ma.
No to po 2 tygodniach.
The problem is, this is not accepted American driving license. You cannot drive in Ukraine. So
tylko po Stanach Zjednoczonych.
Only
pan nie może się swoim
yeah.
American driver license is not accepted?
No, it has to be international. Or Polish.
But then we'll go by bus, I guess. Are they allowing...
Dobrze, czyli
Dobra.
ja was panowie...
Musimy wrócić, tak.
We'll walk then, we'll go by bus.
No. Aha. No, listen. You cannot enter because of your driving license.
No, I understand, but
yeah?
I cannot take the car, but I can walk.
No, we go together back to Krakow.
No, but I can walk though, right? I can without the car. I don't take the car.
Może iść pieszo, tak? Pieszo.
My heart literally sank when Mark told me I couldn't even drive in Ukraine with an American driver's license. His license didn't work because he has an international license. We spent hours at the border trying to find some way to get inside the country, but nothing seemed to work. I was starting to panic.
Guys, now we have to look for a car park and you look for someone because you cannot stand here.
Okay.
My car cannot be here. Okay. So we go to the car park and then you look for somebody.
Okay.
Board the coach bus. Dziękuję pani bardzo.
Wycofiecie, pan już im wytłumaczył.
The lady officer then asked us to move the car to their boot. I mean, obviously we couldn't just stand here all day at the border.
100
Very good.
Wyjeżdżam.
W tamtą stronę, bo tędy pan będzie wyjeżdżał.
Aha, w tamtą, dobra. Listen, the good thing is you can go. That's the most important.
To są wasze dokumenty.
Dobra, tam
Pójdźcie sobie tam dalej i sobie sprawdźcie. Tu jest wszystko, proszę pana.
Mój też, tak? Mój dowód jest tam? Jest.
Jest dowód, jest pana prawa jazdy.
Dobra. God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you.
God bless you.
Bye. So what's the situation now? Let us update you. So basically he's good to go and I'm good to go, but Mark doesn't have his passport, so of course he cannot go. Now he offered us his car that we could take it, but my license doesn't work. Why? I don't know. I have a Texas license, American license, and they don't accept that. They said that you have to have an EU license to drive here. That's terrible. I mean, this is never heard of. Like, why would that happen? We would have had a blast if there was a car, and if we had a car and we were driving in Ukraine. Imagine that, having a car in Ukraine. Wow. I mean, I was like chomping over bits. I was like loving it, the whole thing. But then suddenly they said my license doesn't work. How is that possible? That is not cool at all.
all settled.
Okay, great.
I've got a car for you.
Okay.
Guys, I will take you to this blue car.
Okay.
The man takes you to the outskirts of Lviv, outskirts.
Okay.
You get a taxi from there, okay?
Okay.
It's very cheap taxi here.
Okay.
For you, it doesn't matter anyway. It could cost that. For you, it doesn't matter anyway.
So guys, looks like we're gonna go with this car that Mark has convinced somebody. And we're gonna be able to go to the outskirts. Right when I was about to lose all hope, we found a way to get in by tagging along with a bunch of people in their van who were also going to Ukraine. Thank you very much.
Passport Ukraine customs.
Okay, okay. Customs will give it to us. Thank you. Arvind?
Why do you go to Ukraine?
Lviv.
Why?
For creating content, tourism, supporting Ukrainian people, and sending the message back to the Western world of how everything is. I've got a small YouTube channel.
Ну, я зрозуміла. А віза? Ukraine віза? No. Ukraine. Visa Ukraine. No.
I was just one step away from crossing the border when my lousy luck decided to mess with me one last time. Rahul was living in Germany but with an Indian passport. Thus, he couldn't enter Ukraine without a visa, leaving me the last man standing on this journey. Basically, the situation is that we are going to go to Lviv, and I'm gonna get like a hostel or a hotel, and I'm gonna stay overnight, and then tomorrow morning I'm gonna find a bus and come back to Krakow. So that is the plan. And yeah, my buddy Rahul, he couldn't go because he has Indian passport. He's got a permanent resident card for Germany, but this Ukraine is outside of the Schengen area, so he has to get a visa from Krakow or Warsaw. So that's why he couldn't go. And now hopefully not too many more things would go wrong. I'm sorry? Я кажу, що то ви знімаєте на камеру? Можна знімати? Ви журналіст? Паспорт? Журналіст? YouTuber.
Американець, який їде на один день. Американець, який їде на один день до Львова.
Добре, беріть його. Ходіть зі мною.
So, bring it to you? Oh my God! This can't be happening again and again. This officer saw me recording and started asking me questions, but I couldn't understand him. I tried to tell him I'm a YouTuber, but he took me to his cabin anyway and interrogated me for a long time. After that, border police officer let me go. My host helped me finally cross the border and then took me to this house from where the owner gave me a lift all the way to the central Lviv. Thank you. Bye. Lviv. Thank you. You're so cute. How old are you? 8? Oh, you're 10 years old. Wow. We just passed through a checkpoint where we can't take any photo or video, and so I was told by my host, I guess someone who's helping me out, to not take it, so I put it away. And of course, you know, we want to make sure that everything is just by the book and everybody is safe, because obviously we want to stand with Ukraine and you know, get the Russians out. So really, but everything, a lot of the stuff looks very normal, and it's we're going to the center of the city, Lviv, and that's where I've booked a hostel, Dream Hostel. So we'll go there and see how everything is and spend the night, and then tomorrow, well, it's going to take me all day to get back to Poland, and hopefully there's not going to be any challenges, so we'll see how it goes.
center city.
Okay, great.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Guys, welcome to Ukraine and welcome to Lviv. Oh my god, after that incident over there, it was like so crazy because I couldn't really like enjoy much, but now it feels like I'm in a vibrant, beautiful city, which is amazing. I love it. Wow, this is so beautiful. Look at that. And see, because of the war, they're protecting the mural. Hello, checking in, Arvind, Serene. After so many hurdles and difficulties, I finally checked into my hostel. I had a very important meeting to attend, so I joined that right here in the lobby. Alright guys, the meeting's done. Now I'm gonna go and check into my room. Just looks like a regular place. After I got fresh, I roamed around the hostel a bit. Highly recommended if you ever visit Lviv, but now it's finally time to head out to the streets to see how the war has affected the lives of Ukrainians. Pretty nice hostel. Zaporizhia, I think this is the place where there's a lot of fighting happening. Poltava, I'm not sure. Kiev, of course, is great. Krakow, I'm not sure. All these are close to Moldova, but here we are, Lviv, dream hostel. Amazing. All right. So guys, this is one of the central squares. As you can see, behind me is this amazing monument, but you can't see the monument because of the war. This has been bolted, but you can really still see the picture that's here. Such a vibrant city. Roaming around the streets of Lviv, you can't even tell there's war going on in this country. Streets are very lively, and people of this country show utmost resilience by going on and about their lives and still finding ways to enjoy each and every moment. They're going out to cafes and restaurants, spending time with their loved ones, and continuing to work and study. They are showing the world that even in the darkest of times, there is still hope. To understand what led to this war, let me take you back to 1991 when it all began. Ukraine became independent after the Soviet Union broke apart. Fast forward to 2014, a big change happened. The Ukrainian president, Yanukovych, refused to make a deal with the European Union, something many Ukrainians wanted. People were already upset with him due to the corruption and unfair elections. They felt he was too close to Russia and worried Russia would interfere in Ukraine. Massive protests erupted, lasting months, and millions were involved. Yanukovych was forced to leave Ukraine, a big win for democracy. However, it caused trouble in eastern Ukraine. Some regions were taken over by pro-Russian groups. Russia even took control of Crimea and supported these separatists. Russia didn't want Ukraine to join NATO, a group of European countries, as it saw it as a threat to their own defense. Some experts think Russia wants to regain past power, and invading Ukraine is seen as a part of that plan. There's a beautiful band playing over there, and we're gonna go and pass and just chill because it's only 3 hours before the curfew. They have a curfew here, so we're gonna see what we can do before the curfew. But Lviv is such a lively city. I love it. Love Lviv. Roaming around these pretty streets, I felt a little bit hungry. Now I'm looking for some dinner. I found this small cafe and decided to treat myself. And I indulged with these 3 lovely local people and had a great time with them. Good morning, guys. The time has come to leave this beautiful place of Lviv. I have a bus leaving very soon in about 40 minutes, and that's a 40-minute walk from here. I was now on the way back to Krakow. I basically loved everything about Lviv. It's a beautiful city, it has a small city vibe, friendly locals, and it's very diverse. If you enjoy coffee culture, hands down, no place in the world beats Lviv. This historic city center, established in the 5th century, is on the UNESCO World Heritage List due to its Mediterranean aura. Even many Soviet movies set in places like Venice or Rome were actually shot in Lviv. I was running a little late, so I had to hurry up and catch the bus to the bus terminal to get me to Poland because I had no means to outstay my welcome in this beautiful yet war-torn country. Guys, so we are at the border of Ukraine and Poland, and here my flexi bus is right there. So we're gonna go ahead and wait here. It may take about 4 or 5 hours. So I'm gonna eat something in the meanwhile, and it's early in the morning, so I should be able to make it by about 3 o'clock. But it could be like 4 hours to just pass through the border because of all the checks. I think they have to check, of course, that none of the Ukrainian men are allowed because they have to stay and fight with Russia. It was now almost 4 hours since we were at the bus stop. I finally made my way back to the bus, all the way to the ride back to Krakow. We're now at the customs, where I had to get my passport stamped. After all the procedures were done, we were waiting for the bus. Hello. Yes. Thank you very much. I was feeling a little hungry, but not too hungry. So I settled for an energy bar and then made my way back to the bus. The journey back took way longer than it took to enter Ukraine, almost the entire day. On the way back, I pondered over the fact that I was in Ukraine for just a day, but it felt like weeks. Lastly, I would like to point out that a war does not determine who's right. A war only determines who's left. Albert Einstein said something similar to this. I know not with what weapons World War III will be fought, but World War IV will be fought with sticks and stones. So on that note, I hope to see you in the next video on a new journey with a new story to tell. Until then, goodbye.